Welcome to our channel. Captain here. Misunderstood is inside doing something. It's a beautiful, glorious day out here today. I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. I want to thank you for watching this video. If anything at all helps you in this video, or you just like hanging out with us, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on. We're going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff. I've got several projects in the works. Hang in there, let's go figure this out. So we bought a new washer and dryer recently, and we had our old stuff left over. It wasn't like dead, it just needed replacing. So my wife wanted to keep, because of this big old smelly beast here, my wife, Misunderstood, wanted to keep our old washing machine so she could wash the dog clothes. So she didn't have to put all the smelly, hairy, furry stuff into our good, brand new, nice washing machine. And we used it outside. I'd set it up out there, and maybe I'll have a picture to show you of how I set it up out in the driveway. We're very secluded, so no neighbors could really see it or care if they did. But it stopped working, and I tipped it up and saw, the belt on the bottom is off. I just hooked it back up, and there was more to it than that, because the reason that the belt came off was because of another issue. And that's what we're about to dig into. I have not turned it up, I haven't looked at it, but when I try and move the tank, the whole tank sounds like the bearings are bad. So we're gonna figure out where that is and how to replace it. Let's go. So the problem is, it takes everything I have to move this. So I'm gonna flip it up on the bottom and take a look. So this is the bottom of your washing machine.
This is the water pump.
This is the drive motor. So it looks like the pulley, I can see the splines. Let's just go ahead and take this off. Go ahead and get the belt off. Now we can see this doesn't have any problem turning. And but this doesn't. So it seems this can only go one way. It looks like it's made that way. And the tub turns just fine. So the only thing that isn't moving properly, it seems as though it's the water pump. Okay, so I've got this on its back. Here's how I'm diagnosing it. I took the belt off. I laid this on its back and I plugged it in. I pulled the top off of it. You could strap it around where you hold the top in so it holds that in. I just found basically a lag screw that was big enough that I could just turn and push the little trip to you know, the safety, so that it only works with the door closed. So what I'm doing is just I have it set on spin. And I'm turning it on. And so what I can see is, you can't see it, but that is the motor. It seems fine. So if this is the pulley off the motor, this is the one that turns the drum, and it turns very freely. It's a little dark out here, the time just changed. But this guy here will not turn this way. I even put the belt on it and tried to pull, and it would not turn. So I'm going out on a limb and saying that's my problem. It looks like it's a whole new pump needed, and it's held in by these 3 screws right here. Piece of cake. So the motor still, like I said, seems to be working fine. This guy is the problem. But I need to get, looks like these 3 screws out from the other side. So just like the other one, these just are like springs. Very modest. No, thank you. Looks like a 7/16. But it's smaller than that. So let's go with a 3/8 or maybe a 10 millimeter. All right. So all we need is to take this panel off, take these little 3 out, back in, it kind of fits in and kind of clips in place right there, where it's obvious that it's in the right spot. It's got something that lines up. It's these with the holes on the bottom, so it can line up, and it just works.
So just put these 3 screws back in, slide the hoses on, use those little spring clamps to hold them in place. Give them a little tug to make sure that that they're on good, and then you can check it with the back off of it to make sure it's not going to leak.
And as you can see, this won't even turn anymore, and you can see the gears. This is all I could see. See how torn up that is? That's all I needed to see to know that it wasn't right. All right, gonna put this cover back on. I'm probably gonna leave this off just to make sure it doesn't leak. All right, like I said, this one doesn't come inside, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Not gonna worry about the leaves. Now it moves. It wouldn't do that before. All right, let's give it a try. Got it on spin. Yes, sir. Didn't do that before.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.